Hey guys, Stalvin back, playing some Pauper Elves. Opening hand has no mana, so we're going to have to mulligan that away. Uh, that doesn't have any mana. We'll keep this. We'll put this to the top, I guess. Let's see, turn 1, mana elf, turn 2, birch lore, into... Yeah, we'll put this at the top. It's really unfortunate. It's going to be hard for us to recover from mulligan that many times, but we're going to try it out here. Play the Fyndhorn Elves. Pass the turn. Looks like we're playing against my my favorite color matchup here, blue and black. That was a joke, by the way. Well, he took out my mana elf, so let's try it again. A new fuel for his removal. Oh, a Chainer's Edict. Nice. Plays a Dismal Backwater. Let's play another one-drop elf here. Run face first into another removal spell. Is this oh, another Chainer's Edict. Okay, cool. He also plays an Evolving Wilds. Back to us. Let's play another one-mana elf here. And we'll go ahead and pass the turn. Opponent cracks Evolving Wilds. Gets himself a swamp. Plays Radiant Fountain, goes up to 24. And, oh, another Chainer's Edict. Nice. There goes another elf. Alright. Well, let's try one more elf here. And since we didn't hit our land drop, we'll be able to bounce back our forest, play it, and play Birchlow Rangers as well. Oh, scratch that. He just countered our Corian Ranger. So we're going to go ahead and pass the turn here. Opponent plays a Dimir Aqueduct. And passes the turn. Alright, let's play one more one-mana elf here. Pass turn back over to our opponent. He gains another 2 life off the Radiant Fountain. Let's see what we have here. Is this, oh, he flashes back Chainer's Edict to kill another elf. Okay. Well, we don't have, oh, we do have a Birchlow Ranger. So we'll go ahead and play this one drop here. And pass the turn. I just love playing against blue-black. It's so, it makes the game so easy. Oh, another Chainer's Edict. There goes my other elf. It makes the game really easy because if I have no creatures, then I don't really have to do much math, do I? Here we go. We got an island. Awesome. Let's go ahead and play Priest of Titania and pass the turn. Opponent bounces his Radiant Fountain. Or he plays the Radiant Fountain, rather. He flashes back another Chainer's Edict to get rid of my Priest of Titania, making the game even more easier for us. We'll play a Forest here, and let's go with Priest of Titania again. See if that one sticks. He plays and cracks Evolving Wilds. And he uses Think Twice to draw more removal, most likely. Forbidden Alchemy, to look at the top 4 of his cards here. He picks his card and passes the turn here. Well, let's go ahead and play a Well-Wisher. And our looks like our opponent decides he's trying to decide if he wants it to resolve or not. Looks like he does. We'll go ahead and tap the forest And actually, let's just tap the Priest of Titanium, play a Well-Wisher, and pass the turn. Opponent casts another Forbidden Alchemy, untaps. So we built up a little army here of 3 of our elves. He's only managed to remove 8 of our elves, so I think we're doing pretty good. He's only removed 8 out of our 11. Alright, looks like it's going back to us. Mystic Elf. Or Elvish Mystic, sorry. We'll go ahead and play the Elvish Mystic. And I guess we'll play the Well-Wisher as well. Hopefully this resolves, and then we'll get to start gaining a bunch of life. I think our opponent... Let's see, he's tapping out here. What's he casting? Flashing back his Forbidden Alchemy, perhaps? Yep. Is our Well-Wisher going to resolve? Counter target creature spell. No, Well-Wisher doesn't resolve. Well, we'll go ahead and pass the turn here. Actually, let's go ahead and gain our life here while he's tapped out. All right, pass the turn. Opponent disfigures one of our Well-Wishers. And Agony Warps another Well-Wisher. And plays Ogre Bolas. Let's see what he digs up. Oh, counterspell. Okay. So if he's not removing our creatures, he's going to be countering them, so we need to watch out for that. Well, there is a Sylvan Ranger, so we're going to go ahead and play that, and dig up a forest if he lets us. Yep. Alright. Let's thin our deck out here so we can draw more creatures. And we can't attack to the Bolas, so we'll go ahead and pass the turn. Into turn, he casts back Think Twice. And flashes back Forbidden Alchemy. Okay. He's not going to attack, he's going to hold back for blocks. We got a Distant Melody, but he has Counterspell, but he's never going to tap out, ever. So we have to make him use his Counterspell. And he will most definitely counter this. And maybe that'll make way for a Timberwatch Elf to resolve in the future. So he's removed, looks like 11 of our creatures so far. Plays a Mole Drifter. Okay. Looks like with his Ogre Bolas, he dug up Chainer's Edict. So it looks like we get to sacrifice our Ranger. Alright. He goes ahead and attacks in for 1. And we're not going to block. He passes a turn. What do we got? Forest. Well, we're going to hold on to that. I don't want him to know we got that. So we're not going to attack into that. We're just going to go ahead and pass a turn. And see what terrors await us. There's a flashback on the Think Twice. Oh, a Disfigure. Okay. Our opponent attacks in for 4. Sends us to 23. Casts his Bajuka Bog. And exiles our forests. Or our creatures in our graveyard. Flashes back the thing twice. And summons a Gurmag Angler. Alright. Well, there's our Timberwatch Elf. Let's try to cast him. Oh, it resolves. We'll go ahead and pass a turn here. Can't attack into that 5/5. Opponent plays an island. And a think twice. Flashback. And an Ogre Bolas. Let's see what he digs up. Oh, a counterspell. Ooh, looks like he's tapping in for something big here. Chainer's Edict flashback. Okay. Well, I guess we'll sacrifice our Elvish Mystic. Looks like opponent is attacking all in, except for the one with Summoning Sickness. Well, we can't effectively block that. Oh, my mistake. We could have blocked the Augur Bolas. I take that back. We could have permitted 1 damage there. We draw a Priest of Titania. Let's see if we can play that. Looks like our opponent has decided that the Priest of Titania is too big of a threat. Decides to counterspell it. We'll go ahead and pass the turn here. And we will attempt to block an Ogre Bolas. Alright. Go to blocks. And we will block here. Prevent 1 of the damage. And I go to 5. And opponent casts another Gurmag Angler. We get a Nettle Sentinel. Let's try to cast that. Oh, our opponent counterspells that. It's too much of a threat, it seems. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and pass the turn here. Maybe our opponent will click through his attack step. Nope, looks like he's attacking all in. Well, we'll go ahead and block the Angler here. And take an immense amount of damage. And let's go on to sideboarding. So what do we want to bring in against all of his removal? Most of his removal is sacrifice effects, so cards like Rapid Vigor isn't going to help too much. I don't think I've seen any real targeted removal. Well, we'll take out the Longbow. I don't think that's going to help us any. And he's probably going to be bringing in Shrivel and such. We'll take out the Denizen, bring in a Magnify, Spider Silk Armor. And I think we're going to leave it at that. Let's go ahead and submit. And jump back into game 2. We get to go first. And this hand seems fine. We'll keep it. Opponent mulligans down to 6. Down to 5. Keeps his hand. Puts a card on the bottom. So it's looking optimistic for us. We'll go ahead and cast Nettle Sentinel and pass the turn. And opponent passes his turn. He has no lands. Wow, if we're going to win, this is the time to do it. Let's play Birdslow Rangers. Oops, I forgot to attack, but that's okay. So what I can do is go ahead and attack here. And cast Birdslow Rangers, and that'll untap my Sentinel. And then I can go to make it green, tapping these two, play Elvish Mystic, and pass the turn. Now, if our opponent doesn't do anything here, then I can cast Distant Melody. Oh, he decided that he didn't draw lands in 2 turns and scooped it up. So now we're going to go on to game 3. So let's see if we can get a quick win here with game 3. This hand seems fine because of the Corian Rangers. It'll help us get around our lack of land drops. Opponent plays a Dismal Backwater, passes a turn. We are going to play a forest with Finhorn Elves. Hopefully this creature lives for at least one turn so we can start playing a bunch of our other creatures. Opponent plays a Radiant Fountain and passes a turn. Nice. Well, we can tap 2, 3. So we can go Timberwatch Elf, Priest of Titania, Corian Ranger. We can also play Corian Ranger and untap the Finhorn Elves, effectively playing the Corian Ranger for free. Let's do that. Let's play the free Corian Ranger here. Our opponent is hesitating. I wonder if they're trying to decide if they want to, like, mana leak or something. Well, it resolved, so let's go ahead and untap our Finhorn Elves. Tap it for 3 mana. And I think we're going to go with Timberwatch Elf here. I want to try and put as much pressure on as fast as possible. But our opponent decides to Essence Scatter, so we lose out on our Timberwatch Elf. We'll go ahead and pass the turn. Our opponent plays a Chainer's Edict. We're going to have to sacrifice the Corian Ranger here, I think, because we need our mana. Let's see, next turn I'll play a Forest. If I don't sacrifice, or if I do sacrifice the Ranger, I'll have 3 mana. Play the Forest, I'll have 2, 3... Yeah, I think we have to sacrifice the Corian Ranger here. Especially because I already have one. If I didn't already have one, then it would be a really tough decision. But we have 3 mana here. I can play the Corian Ranger for free again. I think I'm going to try and do that. Alright, so I got 3 mana. I'm going to go with Priest of Titania. Let's go with Essence Warden, Priest of Titania. Pass the turn. What's the opponent got for us now? Ogre Bolus. Let's see what he digs up. Essence Scatter. We need to keep that in mind. I think I want to try and play all of my creatures next turn so that the Essence Scatter is a little less effective. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have plenty of mana here. Let's go with... yeah. Let's go like this. I want to play my Ranger, or my Hunter first, to get the creature triggers. It'll give us Edict Bait as well. So we can play Well-Wisher. Always yield to the Token Maker. And we can play Finhorn Elves. And I think that's it for our turn. So this is a pretty good deal because now we have creature tokens that we can use to sacrifice for his Chainer's Edicts. We do need to keep in mind the Essence Scatter though. And we also need to keep in mind that he has Disfigure. So if we attack in with our Huntmaster, he can Disfigure after he blocks with his Ogre Bolus. And because of Disfigure and the sheer goodness of Huntmaster, I think we need to just sit back and heal off our Well-Wisher. He does have an Essence Scatter, and I don't care too much if he counterspells this Priest of Titania, so we're going to go ahead and cast that and try to bait out his counterspell. I hope he does counter it, because then that'll make way for Timberwatch Elf and such. He doesn't counter it, so we're going to go ahead and gain some life. And untap our Well-Wisher. Gain more life. We're going to do it on our opponent's turn, though. Should I attack in? I don't think so. I think the Disfigure is I don't want to fall prey to the disfigure. Opponent taps out for Forbidden Alchemy. He discards a Gurmag Angler and a Forbidden Alchemy and a counterspell. I wonder what he... Let's see. Oh no, it was just those two. Okay, he uses the thing twice. So he still has the Disfigure mana up. And Essence Scatter. Oh, he taps his black mana for a Shrivel. Well, that's going to kill all of our creatures, I think, except for maybe Huntmaster. That's really unfortunate. Let's go ahead and gain some life while we can. And looks like that's all we can do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So -1, so 7. Our opponent just killed 7 of our elves with 1 spell. That's pretty effective, isn't it? Alright, well, let's go ahead and attack. Opponent doesn't block. We'll go ahead and cast the Mystic, and he already knows we have the Forest, so we'll play that too. 7 for 1 is pretty good. There is an argument that I shouldn't have overextended, but you know, you gotta get out there with elves. You gotta put pressure on, and I was hoping to draw one of my spells that give me +1 toughness. He goes ahead and Agony Warps my Huntmaster. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and play Fyndhorn Elves. Pass the turn. Opponent does nothing and passes a turn. And we'll play Birchlow Rangers, I suppose. And we can't attack, so we'll go ahead and pass the turn. Opponent flashback thing twice. Plays a Bojuka Bog. And passes a turn. Alright, well, he has an Essence Scatter, but we gotta make him use it. Oh, he used Soul Manipulation, so he still has the Essence Scatter in his hand. I really dislike playing against blue-black. It's so miserable. It's so unfun. I mean, especially on my side of the field, but I don't see how it's enjoyable for... Oh, another Shrivel. Well, there goes the rest of my elves. And a Gurmag Angler. Alright, well, I don't have enough mana to play the Timberwatch, so we'll go ahead and pass the turn. Radiant Fountain for our opponent goes up to 22. And he attacks in for 6. And a Muldrifter. Opponent goes up to 6 cards in his hand. Oh, there's our Magnify that we needed a couple of turns ago. We'll go ahead and pass the turn, though. We can't really play anything at this point. Opponent plays a Bojuka Bog, exiling our graveyard. And gets in for 8. Oh, there's a card we can play. Priest of Titania. Opponent flashes back Forbidden Alchemy. And makes us sacrifice our Priest of Titania. Opponent attacks in for 8, taking us to 40. And plays another Gurmag Angler. And we'll play the Sylvan Ranger here. Let's just dig up our island at least. Oh, nope, our opponent decides to counterspell that. Okay. Opponent plays an island. Attacks in for 13. And passes a turn. Well, we finally drew the forest so that we can play our Timberwatch Elf now. Alright. Opponent flashes back Forbidden Alchemy. And flashes back Chainery to kill our Timberwatch Elf. Plays Dismal Backwater. And attacks in for 13. Alright, we'll go ahead and pass a turn here. Opponent plays Evolving Wilds, cracks it for another island, and attacks in for 13. Let's go ahead and, yep, take 13, we go to 1, okay. Alright, play another forest, and pass a turn. Alright, opponent attacks in for 13, sends us to -12, and that's it. Well guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this action-packed video. Have a great day.